on top. You'd expect maybe they now go for Minas Generalis and claim what they was taken before. I'll hold on a second and we'll just kind of take a brief pause. Down in the south at the moment, it's looking a little
building already. And wow, that's a big northern circle to start things off.
Yeah, that's going to be rough, especially when we actually have the edge of the circle outside of the map, so the player zone will be limited. You go past Oasis and it's kind of it's just a brick wall, really. You ain't going no further than that, than the letters that you see at the top of the map. Game of Legion, Digital Athletics, and Desperados, though. This is a, I mean, don't get me wrong, Kumasera with the upper and lower side to it, you can have later down the league. But for now, this is open territory. It's, if whoever wants it, come and claim it.
Well, Flex has started things, FX, sorry, has started things off well. I was about to say, he's flexing, I guess you could say.
Metralis having a great first game, by the way.
I know.
In the league. Vehicle flip, whatever happened.
Oh, he's the last guy as well. Mikhail's has got to go back.
Number 1 was fantastic for them. They completely dominated it. They wrecked house. They won the entire thing. Phase 2, night and day scenario. They camped by FaZe Clan, and below them, ENCE, DA, GL. They've all got to make an entry point here, and FaZe could play spoiler and basically bodyguard the entry points on the west.
Some long-range shots back and forth. Look at that, through to the window. Nice shots from, well, both players connected at the same time.
Giving them another ability to make use of. More eyes in the sky. Yes, you can get on top of buildings. No, sometimes it can be bad because you're open to sniper fire. You don't have that hard cover that you need.
At the moment, James is kind of off in his own a little bit, but you can see in the distance it's starting to get a little messy. TSM looks like they might crash into Raise Your Edge. I can see them in the distance there going, looks like in towards the same compound. They certainly do have gone straight into them. Gustav will get Coldamenta down. That's his first game for Raise Your Edge, but he's already been flushed down. Meanwhile, we're seeing James actually getting knocked by Timmy from Crow Crowd. So back and forward, you can see it in the picture-in-picture going on there. A lot of action. TSM should be able to get the revive down, but they've got to be careful of the nades coming out from Raise Your Edge here on Linksy.
This is one roster that I'm excited to see perform so far. We saw that, yes, TSM has been good. They've always just been that one notch away from greatness. A couple of points, unfortunately, between them and the last Classic, and they actually can hit a head with a bolt action from an incredible distance. But I think Ira just provides a little bit more firepower that TSM needed.
Oh, Linksy, that's the two boys from Raise Your Edge. Linksy is separated from the rest of
on their approach because there's a small open gap on the roadside to get to the opposing
They're
side.
leaving.
But they can go deeper into the circle if they need to take control of that. Raise Your Edge. It's a dangerous one to go into no man's land, especially when Ira just pips you at that distance in the back. It all comes down to Sigzy. Got to be careful here, buddy. You are in a rock and a hard place.
Manages to get it. Took a big northern swing around La Cabrera and G2, as they have often done, playing on the edge of the circle with their two new members. The circle centers up, which is very good for everyone that repositioned, the likes of the Knights, who went for that ballsy.
Where Desperados are still continuously moving, not entering too many fights, can't really find a foothold, but they're not in any dangerous position. They're on the backside of a hillside where they're completely away from harm or reach of FaZe Clan anyway, shape or form.
It's a DA move. It's a DA move. They're just sending it. They're sending it anywhere, but it looks like they're getting picked apart. Everybody taking shots on them. Sixmo goes down. A beautiful death of Mert. It's going to be the Knights compound that they crash into, but look at how much third party is going on here. There's tracer fire from every single direction. Reels will get one. Snark will get the other, and that is DA going down 16th in game 1.
First
plane. Obviously, if they come from the north, maybe they go from a different position, but from the south, they certainly clashed. Here's the basically the pylon. Look at the tracer fire. TSM getting involved. Did round to the western side, southwestern edge of the circle. Oh, Tomil.
Welcome to the party, my friend.
Ooh.
With the Norwegians versus the Finns here. I'm seeing 2 grenades being cycled. Trefeli and Rustamar have his angle. This should be the end of Tomil. Goes up in a ball of smoke. Might be decent, though, in terms of not actually dying for the rest of Desperados, rather than once they come down from the mountains, you've still got that Raise Your Edge position that they took up earlier on. NIP in the major compound just to their left-hand side, excuse me, their right-hand side, and 7 just braying down upon them.
Yeah, they got nowhere to go. They tried to go down the 47. They've got 2 in the circle. That's the 2 we were just looking at there. There's now reciprocity of figuring out how they get down, and this is the problem. NIP on the crossroads, in the Barrens, getting them down.
Deer's tanked up very hard. I'd be surprised if he survives much longer than this. Scoom, team captain, and his teammate, whoever's left, will be driving off on this. Or they fight TSM, but before that, 7 might hit them in the backlines.
FaZe Clan, we will look at on the hill there. Actually, just got Simsy down. Team Liquid are creeping up behind FaZe Clan. We'll keep our eye on the map for that one. As Squeaky
They commit into
Well,
this.
this game of Legion has just been ripped apart. I mean, you're running into barrels, right? It's just mow down, scars, barrels, the lot. Everything's just going to bring you down. Desperados, you can see them going out the blue. Ultra's going to try and push it, but two of them made it. The question is, can they dodge the nades that are coming their way? Meanwhile, G2, they get dispatched off by NIP. NIP are collecting kills at the moment, as are Ents, as Hamster goes down as well. Team Liquid, Gemty is in the compound on top of FaZe. Now, in the hillside, in your picture right here, as they creep up on the hill behind them, trying to catch Phase 2 winners off guard with the barrel.
Empty, up close and personal. There's the initial one. Maybe in Samty bleeding out the wayside. He has to be aware, and he's got the footsteps, so he has some sort of information, but he's turned his back, unfortunately. Uber says, thank you very much. That's an easy one for me, no problem. Liquid's gone 14th position to touch back on NIP. That was a very poor choice by G2. They had to run the road. They had all the time in the world to...
I'll smoke you, Mexi. Whoops. Sorry, mate.
Sometimes these things happen, right?
Well, maybe it's just a bit of like, I won the nations, you came 16th.
I mean, look, we can question as much as we want. I'm just really intrigued by that G2.
I think that's got to be either 7 or 8 kills they've collected already. We're still 36 alive. They are outside the next circle, though, as they catch Menox on the way. That's going to be kill number 8. That is some great points for NIP.
Desperados, he can get the footsteps, and he'll have the information. Might be able to catch one in the back, but as soon as he takes this fight, he engages all of FaZe.
Nowhere
if
to
he
go
can catch them in the back, he'll just go for the flush instant. Oh, he's been spotted. Aitzi with the turn. That's more importantly. Good solid kill.
Always got to check your back. Check what's going on. Looking back at the play that the Knights made, you know, they were in that compound that Team Liquid were pressuring on. They chose to go for this compound below Navi. It was a risky play, but it looks like it's
gone well for them so far. They've been gifted quite a lot of time. Eyebal's the only man standing, I believe, from N47's engagement. They can pressurize and do so much and basically just constrain Ents into a battle. They have to come out soon, so why not get aggressive and go take it?
ProCrowd are in a little bit of trouble here. There's only 2 FaZe members left. That's going to be kill number 6.
They can't go too far because then Na'Vi gets involved. NIP just backing off for a second. Ents are bleeding out the wayside. They know there's really nothing else they can do. They bide their time. They wait. It's time to strike. They'll be going up over the hills any second now.
Navi are coming down as well. Try and get a piece of it. Ents, I think, have just been wiped out on the side. NIP, you see them all in the kill feed as Tixu, the last man standing for ProCrowd. Can he get Misa up on his feet? He's going to try. Navi are going looking. Or Senya's nade. That could be right on top of 2 ProCrowd members. It looks like it's going to be pinned perfectly. It's gone a little too far. Won't have the splash range. Now, Fuzzy's down. Can Uber do anything about this? Look at a doozy on the flank. Gets Uber, gets one.
As well. That's the bigger advantage to this is they can watch that little engagement unfold, read the information now, how themselves back together again because they have to fight.
Look at Na'Vi. It's so well played. Senya's just marching them around. Got a doozy with him. They push down, sweep around. Meanwhile, Bestalosh holding the back, gets the last player, I think it was, of Ents there and takes them down. NIP still with 3, though, creeping up the hill, and they haven't dealt with Mesa.
Can't see them.
Vard and Miracle have found a position. They've got into the circle. MBS is the only one now of NIP that are out there. He's basically just keeping them busy. Vard is creeping up the hill. Yeah,
that's so important to be a distraction point here. Give the information back. A doozy, though, comes down low, feeds that back. Pokemon actually gets the tab on him, and all of a sudden everything they tried to build there.
Look at Michael. Michael's charging for it. Michael's going to try and charge around. It's all a case of trying to get that third party. The nades coming in. So Miracle has got 6 kills and counting. He's going to have to be the man that tries to rescue.
There is an instant response and a steal. Michael from the backlines. You mentioned the third party. The point gets yoinked. That grenade's pretty good. Does a fair amount of damage. There's no initial knock, so the info won't be there, but they must. They absolutely must. That can't have been a random nade.
No, that was
they have the information for sure.
Ira and Michael chucked a good 100 damage between the two. Now MBS is just going to loot out, smokes down, but now he has all of Na'Vi barreling down on top of him. Does he realize, do they come around? It's going to be both Senya and a doozy. They think he's in the left smoke. They feel he's on the blue. He's on the edge of the blue. And they might get third-party help here from TSM. They're going to be pushing over. The ridge comes straight through the smoke. There's the base. Oh, he doesn't get Senya down. Meanwhile, TSM, that's Gustav engaging down low. Remember, the Knights, they have the center point. We're in phase 9 here, so they need to deal with MBS. We're phase 9. The blue absolutely murders you at this phase. So MBS, he's forced all of Na'Vi away.
Michael steps up. There is a transfer there. There was plenty of damage through. He will confirm Bestaloch.
Ridgeline will finally get spotted. It's actually Gustav that takes him down, and TSM doing the job for them. So NIP down in 4th. They got themselves a stack of kills. As of TSM now, 10 kills and counting. Na'Vi have been picked apart on the hillside. Iroh finds himself another target. Did we ever doubt that angle with an 8x scope in phase 9? There's a nade that's gone way too far, though. He basically steps on top of Znark in the other side of the building, just has a little glimpse through the bars.
Does he even have a helmet?
Oh, that nade can't quite get in. The Flash trying to force something out there. Snark's the man up close. They need to try and flush him out if they can. Drayden going to get a look around the side. Rory's got nowhere to go. The Blues right on him. He's going to force him. He has to go one way or the other, or the play zone will take him down. You can see they try and force it. Snark's going to get to the window, but he gets a nade straight on him. TSM looking to try and get an angle. Iroh goes down. It's down to a 2-on-2.
Answers back. Real sees him. One more player alive. Michael, rock in a hard place. What can you do?